Oftentimes when I get new clients who have been doing their own books in QuickBooks, it's a mess and I have to clean it up. And usually I'll tell them that in the proposal and I'll say, hey, this is my monthly price. And usually what I do is I just say your cleanup's included. I love to give as much value on the front end as possible so that they're blown away in the first month or two when they see how good everything's gotten and then just keep that price forever. I know some bookkeepers or whatever will charge cleanup fees. I don't have a problem with that, but just the way that I like to do is just blow them away with value up front and hope they never leave. And to date, I have not had a full service accounting client leave. And I always provide more value on the front end with like a tax plan, cleanup, setup, all that. They stick around. So how long does it take me to do these cleanups? It can be up to 10 hours, but it can also be pretty simple too. Usually for a new client, when their books are a mess, they have hundreds or thousands of uncategorized transactions. There's some steps that I take to try to be efficient with it. The first is I have an onboarding call or two with the client to understand what kind of income do we have? Do we have invoices in the system these need to be matched to? What kind of expenses do we have? What categories do you want these broken up into? What vendors and customers are these different payments coming from? Looking at like broad categories of the types of transactions that are coming in the bank so that I can quickly categorize them all to the correct places, and then we'll do checks from there. Because the big thing with bookkeeping cleanups is you need to get things categorized from the bank feed, get them on the P&L or the balance sheet, because then you are able to reconcile the accounts and find anything that isn't supposed to be there, delete it, get rid of it. And then that is when your books start to take shape. So the first thing is, talk with the client. Second is categorize everything after we understand from the client a good idea of how it should be categorized. Then we reconcile. Then we meet with the client again, say, hey, let's look at these income things, look through the different accounts, see if things look right and make tweaks there. Another part, this can sometimes be more at the beginning, is usually these people will be filing taxes. If they're an S corporation, they have filed taxes, but their books don't match the tax return. So sometimes I'll ask them, how far back do you want to go? Or do you want to start fresh with this year we're working together? I'll just make a journal entry to match 2024 to the 2024 tax return. We start fresh in 2025. It's kind of up to the client how they want to deal with that. But then we get a fresh starting point. So how long does it really take? It depends on hours. I would guess usually between 5 and 10 hours between me and an employee of mine doing the broad categorization. And it really can go as quickly as the client gets back to me as far as like a week or month time frame. I think usually within the month, usually within 2 months is when I feel comfortable with their books are in a good spot. We've got systems for ongoing bookkeeping. We create an initial tax plan. Again, this can be faster or longer depending on how long it takes the client to get back to me with what I need to move forward.